If you are over the age of 60 and you are still obsessively counting every single carbohydrate on your plate, you need to stop immediately. I know that sounds controversial, but the truth is, for seniors, the traditional method of complex carbohydrate counting is often a recipe for frustration and eventual failure. It's stressful, it's complicated, and it distracts you from the real, critical danger of unstable blood sugar after 60. The real threat is not a high number on your meter once in a while. The real threat is variability, those sudden, dangerous spikes, and the silent, confusing dips. Those dips, known as hypoglycemia, are the #1 hidden risk to your independence. They directly impact your cognitive function, causing confusion that is often mistaken for normal aging. They dramatically increase your risk of a severe fall. And protecting your memory and your mobility is our primary goal. The good news is that you don't need a calculator or a complex chart to achieve this stability. You need a framework. Today, I'm going to simplify everything by sharing the exact strategy that geriatric nutrition experts recommend most. It's called the 3-part plate method. It is psychologically superior because it focuses on proportions and pairing, not rigid numbers. It's a simple visual guide that is scientifically proven to slow down glucose absorption, prevent those dangerous spikes and dips, and help you keep your memory sharp and your body strong. Let's start by understanding why the old method fails you. The metabolic landscape shifts dramatically after 60. Insulin sensitivity declines even if you maintain your weight and activity. Your muscle mass, which acts as the largest sponge for glucose, also begins to decrease due to sarcopenia. This makes your body's reaction to a simple piece of toast far more unpredictable than it was in your 20s. The added psychological stress of constant carb counting only makes the physiological issue worse. This method gives you the freedom to eat simply and effectively, mastering the 3-part plate method. The plate method is powerful because it uses food itself as medicine and as a physical barrier against rapid sugar absorption. It requires you to visually divide your standard dinner plate into 3 simple sections. When you master these 3 sections, you master your blood sugar stability. Let's break down the 3 parts, starting with the largest and most critical section. Part 1, the fiber shield. This section should take up the largest portion of your plate. It is 50% of your total meal dedicated to non-starchy vegetables. Think leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, and bell peppers. This is the fiber shield because of the simple, undeniable scientific mechanism at work. The soluble fiber in these foods acts like a physical, intricate mesh in your small intestine. When you consume this mesh first, it significantly slows down the entire digestive process. It creates an actual barrier that controls the speed at which glucose is broken down and moves into your bloodstream. This is critical because a slow, gentle release of glucose is what keeps your blood sugar flat and stable, protecting you from that dangerous volatility. Here is the secret tip that makes the fiber shield even more effective. Always try to consume a few bites of your non-starchy vegetables or high-fiber foods before you touch any of the other 2 sections. This primes your digestive system to handle the upcoming carbohydrates much more smoothly. For seniors, I strongly recommend focusing on these 3 highly nutritious and gut-friendly fiber sources. First, dark leafy greens like spinach and kale. Second, low-sugar berries like blueberries and raspberries. And third, legumes, which are powerhouses of both fiber and plant-based protein. When half your plate is covered by the fiber shield, you are already winning the blood sugar battle. The 3 fiber boosts you can add to any meal. If you are struggling to reach that 50% target, you are not alone. Here are 3 simple, high-impact ways to boost your fiber intake without drastically changing your diet. First, add 1 tablespoon of chia seeds or flax seeds to your morning yogurt or oatmeal. These microscopic seeds turn into a gel in your stomach, creating an even stronger barrier to slow glucose absorption. Second, consciously eat 2 spoonfuls of high-fiber beans or lentils with your main meal, even if you're not having a full side dish of them. And third, when cooking vegetables like broccoli or green beans, Cook them slightly al dente, slightly crisp. This small texture difference makes them harder to digest quickly, forcing your body to slow down the release of glucose. Part 2. The protein guard. This second section takes up 1/4 of your total plate. This is your protein source, and I call it the protein guard because it serves a dual purpose for seniors. First, protein has minimal, if any, direct impact on your blood sugar levels immediately after eating. It is a stabilizing anchor. Second, and perhaps more importantly, adequate protein intake is the most powerful nutritional tool you have to combat sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the age-related loss of muscle mass and function. As we discussed, muscle is where the body stores and uses glucose. If you are losing muscle, you are losing your primary defense against insulin resistance. By prioritizing high-quality, lean protein, you are not only stabilizing your current meal, but also building back and preserving the muscle mass that protects you long-term. But not all protein is created equal for absorption and benefit after 60. Here are the top 3 sources I recommend focusing on. 1. Fatty fish like salmon, which gives you crucial omega-3s along with muscle-building amino acids. 2. Pasture-raised eggs, which are a complete protein source and highly bioavailable. And 3. Plant-based proteins such as Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, which are fantastic for quick, easy absorption and muscle recovery. Remember, every meal should have this protein guard ready to work for you. The power of protein timing. It is not just the amount of protein, but when you eat it, that makes a difference for seniors. Your muscles become less efficient at absorbing and utilizing protein as you age. This means you need to consciously distribute your protein intake throughout the day. The biggest mistake is the protein backload, where you only consume a large steak or chicken breast at dinner. Your body needs protein in the morning to kickstart muscle protein synthesis. A high-protein breakfast, like eggs or Greek yogurt, sets the stage for better blood sugar control for the rest of the day by keeping you satiated and stabilizing your fasting glucose. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein at every major meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Part 3. The Smart Carb Stabilizer. This is the final quarter of your plate, the remaining 25% of your meal. This section is where you place your complex, smart carbohydrates. This is crucial because we are not eliminating carbs. We are simply making smart choices about them and controlling the portion. Complex carbohydrates, or whole grains, are the body's preferred source of energy, but they must be treated with respect, especially as we age. Focus on fiber-packed grains like quinoa, brown rice, whole oats, or sweet potatoes. Avoid the low-fiber, high-glycemic villains like white bread, processed cereals, and traditional white rice. The secret to success in this final quarter is the pairing principle. Never consume a complex carb on its own. Always ensure that every bite of your complex carb is paired with a bite of protein, fiber, or healthy fat from the other 2 sections. The protein and the fiber act as powerful buffers, slowing down the conversion of the carbohydrate into blood glucose. This principle is what the plate method is built upon. It's the synergy of the 3 parts working together, not the rigid measurement of one. This is the foundational shift. Stop stressing over the exact number of grams. Start focusing on the right proportions and the critical pairing in every single mouthful. The simple glycemic rule. You don't need the chart. You may have heard of the glycemic index, a complex chart that ranks foods based on how fast they raise your blood sugar. You don't need to memorize it. The simple rule is, if a food is still in its whole, natural form, like an apple or oats, it's generally a smart carb. If it is pulverized, refined, or heavily processed, like white flour, white sugar, or instant packets, it's going to cause a spike. When in doubt, always choose the food closest to its original state. Section 3. Advanced Senior Strategies and Common Mistakes. Now that you've mastered the visual plate method, we need to address 2 advanced strategies and 2 common, dangerous mistakes that can still sabotage your hard work, even if your meals are perfect. Mistake 1. Eating solo carbs. This is the most common and arguably the most dangerous habit. An example is grabbing a piece of white toast or a bowl of cornflakes with no fat or protein immediately after waking up. Because the carbohydrate is consumed solo, without a buffer, it hits your bloodstream like a tidal wave. This results in a sharp, sudden blood sugar spike. And what goes up fast must come down fast, leading to a crash. That crash is the severe drop, the hypoglycemia, that puts your cognitive function and balance at risk. The fix is simple. Never eat a carb alone. If you have a piece of fruit, pair it with a handful of walnuts or a tablespoon of nut butter. If you want toast, make it whole grain and top it with scrambled eggs or avocado. Mistake 2: skipping meals. For seniors, especially those on diabetes medication, skipping a meal is a critical error. When you skip a meal while your body is still metabolizing medication, the medication continues to lower your blood sugar. With no incoming glucose from food, this drives your numbers dangerously low, triggering hypoglycemia. The symptoms of low blood sugar in older adults are often vague. They might look like simple tiredness, confusion, or irritability. They are easily missed, and they dramatically increase the risk of a fall, which can be devastating. If you cannot eat a full meal, you must consume a small, balanced snack containing both a complex carb and protein to keep your levels stable. The emergency sugar rule. If you or a loved one experiences symptoms of a severe blood sugar dip, such as sudden shakiness, intense sweating, or confusion, you must act fast. Do not wait for it to get worse. The emergency sugar rule is simple. Consume 15 grams of fast-acting carbohydrate immediately. This could be 4 ounces of fruit juice, 4 glucose tablets, or a tablespoon of honey. Wait 15 minutes, retest your blood sugar, and if it is still below 70 milligrams per deciliter, repeat the step. Once stable, you must eat a small, balanced meal containing protein and fat to prevent another rapid drop. The A1C target reality. I also want to address the pressure many seniors feel to achieve the lowest possible A1C number. While an A1C test measures your average blood sugar over 3 months, for individuals over 65, the American Diabetes Association has a more relaxed but safer target. For most healthy older adults, the goal is not to reach the same tight A1C target as a younger person. The focus shifts entirely to preventing hypoglycemia. The ADA recommends an A1C target of 7.0% to 7.5% for healthy older adults. This slightly higher range is a safety buffer that prioritizes your cognitive health and independence over a perfect score. Talk to your doctor about your personalized target. The hydration connection. Finally, let's talk about hydration. This is a frequently ignored factor in blood sugar control. If you are chronically dehydrated, the glucose in your body is concentrated in a smaller volume of water. This makes your blood sugar reading artificially higher and puts stress on your kidneys. A simple lack of water can look exactly like poorly managed diabetes on your monitor. My recommendation is to carry a water bottle with you and consciously take sips throughout the day. And please, eliminate the 3 liquid villains that spike your glucose faster than anything else: regular soda, bottled fruit juices, and any sweetened coffee or tea drinks. These liquids contain almost 0 fiber or protein, providing no buffer whatsoever to the rapid sugar intake. Stick to water, unsweetened herbal tea, or black coffee. The low-impact glucose burn, 10-minute movement rule. We cannot talk about blood sugar without talking about your muscles. Remember, muscle is your primary glucose sponge. And while you may not be hitting the gym, you absolutely can activate your muscles to utilize circulating blood glucose. The strategy here is not strenuous exercise, but consistency. Adopt the 10-minute movement rule. 10 minutes of low-impact physical activity after your main meal can significantly lower your post-meal blood sugar spike. This can be a slow walk around the house, some gentle chair exercises, or simple stretching. The movement requires your muscles to immediately start drawing glucose from your bloodstream for fuel, reducing the peak of the spike and supporting overall stability. Consistency is key. 10 minutes, 3 times a day, is infinitely better than 1 hard hour once a week. What you've learned today is a fundamental shift in how you view food and stability. Forget the stress of precise carb counting. Embrace the simplicity and effectiveness of the three-part plate method. In every meal, you have the power to create that perfect balance. You use the fiber shield of vegetables to slow the absorption. You use the protein guard to maintain muscle and provide stability. And you use the smart carb stabilizer section thoughtfully, always pairing it with the other two. This is the path to stability. It's the path to a sharper mind. It is the path to lasting independence. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of the three key components we discussed today, protein, fiber, or smart carbs, do you plan to add first to your very next meal? Share your plate method commitment in the comments below. Understanding the plate method is the first step, but you cannot truly stabilize your blood sugar if you are using the wrong types of fats. Most people over 60 are cutting the wrong fats and consuming the ones that cause silent inflammation and insulin resistance. If you are ready to take the next crucial step in optimizing your plate, I've prepared an entire video breaking down the good, the bad, and the hidden. Click on the screen now to watch the 5 hidden fats you should never cut after 60 and 1 to avoid, and complete your mastery of the plate method. Please remember, this information is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition or treatment plan.